Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency markets primarily, but right now I got the NASDAQ composite on there. And I was just getting an overall, feel what's going on with the markets, particularly the indices, because just looking at all the data and everything that's going on, really the canary in the coal mine when it comes to crypto market are going to be the indices, being the NASDAQ, Qs, SPX, and things like that, guys. So really have to see what these guys are playing. There's mixed signals out there. There's positive signals and there's negative signals. And this on my screen is particularly the tech stocks and things, like Google and all those other stocks. It's gonna have to see what they're gonna be doing. So there's some definitely positive things going on with Bitcoin. So let's go over, take a look at Bitcoin, guys, and let you guys know what I think is possibly going on. It came right to the target. So let's take a look at this. And this move here, and then you have a 5-wave move here, a nice clean 5-wave move. Is it done? Could be. It could be. You just have to let this play out. One thing you have to realize is that you have a really good shot of, I was made a previous video that here's either the low or local low. It's really good shot. And then there's a good chance too of a lot of sideways action in this area to suss itself out, because there's just so much uncertainty in market. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, people are still terrified to buy anything right now. Now, if you're going to be doing that, let you know with this market, there's no confirmation of an uptrend. As a matter of fact, there's confirmation of a downtrend right now still. So have your stop losses in place if you decide to go anything, particularly on the long side, or, and obviously with shorts too. So here's the deal with it. I really do think that this was a flat. That's your typical flat move right here off of that end. It's just, I see that shape all the time. I'm used to seeing that. So what Bitcoin is going to do from here to get out of here remains to be seen. It's going to be a patient game. So it just went through another little mini correction, if you will, and it's going to be this again, kind of a struggle off the bottom. Now, why it bounced over here pretty aggressively, guys, is this massive downtrend that it had, this liquidation, capitulation event that it had over here. And usually once you have these, it bounces pretty good. So I suspect it's going to be a struggle off there. So let's take a look at some numbers and see what Bitcoin hit more or less. And if I go to the top right there on log, went beyond 618, take it off log. And you can see that 786 right there was one I was kind of hoping that it would tag, and it came really, really close to it. And just kind of depends on where you're going to put this. Let me put it all the way to the top. Looks like it came real close to that 786. So that's a good signal. And then I have the line right here, this trend line. And to me, that's a really good area also for where it landed in this area. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here's your 4th wave area. It stopped there and it came back around and came to these areas too. And this is also, to me, 19,500 to me is way, way more important than 20,000. I know those round numbers are psychological numbers. You check this out right here. This, you see where it landed? Is it right here, right at the bottom of that wave? This is like a throw under, and right in that area. If you come over here just like this, guys, you see that right on top of this wave, right over there. I'm gonna move over there. Let me put it back on log, let you guys know. Back on log, and they come right over here. Hold on, let me go to a daily chart. You see that right there? Right on top of that one, right there. So that peak was 19,600 and Bitcoin came down to 19,400, and mentioned previously it could go down to 19,200. I was checking it out last night going, okay, it's going to keep going down. So what's the what's the bearish sentiment? It's bearish, and I'll show you guys why. It's bearish. This is why. Go to the weekly chart. The bearish engulfing candles, the bearish engulfing candles right here. That's why, people going to the weekly chart and they're looking at like that. This is like, oh, it's bearish. It's not going down, 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 right? And it could. You have to keep that in the back of your mind. Let's see. Take just a retrace on this whole leg right here. That was the peak, on the weekly chart. It's halfway there to those areas. Kind of depends on where you're going to put this, and check that out. Take it off log, take a look at that. Pretty close to that 786. It's not too bad, guys. It's not too bad if this is potentially that move right there. Now, let me go back out to a 12-hour chart, and you can see just based off this structure, ABC potentially move right here if it's possible. Now, we want to. Right now, we're not out of the woods yet right here with it, particularly with what the indices are doing and, the potential massive downtrend they could be in. Not going to know yet, but let's say this is okay, let me go back. You can't rule out that this is not like WXY. It came down to correct and it's going to do another WXY. You want to be aware of something like that. Made previous videos. You do not want this. You do not want this. I'm telling you. This right here, say if it's a WXY, right? Okay. And then potentially, more than likely, what you'll have here is a bigger sequence. Your W, actually, I put it right there. I did that wrong. It should be right there. W, your X, and then up for a Y. Okay. Let me eliminate that as an example. And it's going to go up in this Y wave. Okay. So it'll be a big 3-wave move up to here. The reason you don't want that is this 3-wave move is telling you that Bitcoin is going to be making a trek back down a lot lower to the not necessarily 10,000, but it's going to be below here. It's going to be below there. That's what that's telling you. However, it's not all bad news, because if it does do this, the place you're going to want to be to make the most gains is the alts, maybe even Ethereum and some lower cap alts that look really good with some good setups. We'll be able to do really, really well. Maybe 1, 2, 3 X's again, just like you had over here. So not all bad news. Just going to make sure you want to have stop losses in setups like that, ride that wave up, and then exit. Okay, in that type of market, if perhaps that happens. So let me go over to another Bitcoin chart. I'm going to go over here to 2018 bear market, and on the weekly chart. Okay, coming out of the bear market. So similar situation. Bitcoin comes out of the bear market, and you can see this red bearish engulfing candle. So similar situation, just like that, and it kept going down. If you take a look at this too, I'm going to go back out to a 12-hour chart. Take a look at Bitcoin over here, going back in time to 2018, and you can see there's kind of some similarities going on. You want to look for patterns and things. So you can see Bitcoin out of the 2018 bear market, it really didn't do anything from December of 18 until, March, let's just say April. So it was in this range, okay, for this time. So it's probably going to do something similar, because coming out of the markets right here, nobody believes any of this. They just don't believe it. And then all of a sudden it starts going up. And that's, now they're like, wait a second. That's why it started going up. They're like, okay, wait a second. I got to get on that train. So over here, let's see the similarities. Check this out. It goes up what? Let's say, 35%. What's Bitcoin got up? About 35%. And here's the interesting thing. What does Bitcoin like to do? Expanded flats, flat moves, or just regular flats. It loves flats. You can see right here. This is definitely an impulse wave. So you pull this open on your RSI and you get confirmation of an impulse wave. Highest peak on the RSI, right? Higher in price over here, but lower in the RSI. So probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a little impulse off of there. And you can see still questionable, right? And it came back, did a retrace. Let's check that out. See how similar. See what kind of retrace Bitcoin did off of that leg. You see 0.786. Logarithmic 786 in linear on the nose. Right there, guys. So 786 is where Bitcoin likes to retrace to. And then if you see right here, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then what? 1, more likely probably like a 1, 2, looks like 3, 4, 5. It did a diagonal. It did a diagonal. So what did Bitcoin do over here? Another one of those moves. It likes to do those moves. 3, 3, 5. Up, 2. So what is that? That's Bitcoin's what? 1, 2. And then it was off to the races, okay? Not saying that's going to be doing it over here, but it's just food for thought to think about that. It could be just, like I said, here's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you have divergence in the in RSI? You do. You do. You have highest peak. and you have it right there, potentially, right? To look at that reasonably, and then a flat move, ABC, correction. And then you pull the fibs. What did it correct to? So let's check this ABC move out to see if it has decent levels that it pulled off here. It's going to matter where you're going to be putting this 2.618 right in that area, guys. You see, right? If I put it there, it just whizzed right on top of that wick. It went right to 2.618, which is a flat target. So if you're in here, it depends on where you put it to. Put it up there, it's well beyond it. More likely, I guess, probably say it's right there. These wicks are going to throw things off. It makes it kind of difficult. You know, you go wick to wick like I am right now, and it's in that area, 2.618. So you do have a good shot for an A, B, C. And now it just remains to be seen, what is Bitcoin going to do now? Is this 1, 2? Could be. Is it WXY? If we make big WX and then up for a big Y? It could be. Not out of the woods yet, guys. Not out of the woods yet. I would suspect, just like back there at the 2018 bear market, is, you know, there could be a potential for, let's say, what was this? Was about 60 days. Some period of time right here, 30 days. And then, you know, maybe Bitcoin could be doing something like that, back down, something like this. So now you're in October, November, and then, you know, the Fed's already done, you know, one more rate, and then it's just going to be ready for something like that. That could happen, guys, something like that, just like it did back there in 2018. So, like I said, it remains to be seen. The canary in the coal mine still is going to be the indices, the NASDAQ, the tech stocks, basically. The DXY, keeping track of that, still looks pretty good. Just waiting for that to peak out. Once that is done, that's going to be bullish for the tech stocks and Bitcoin. Once it's done and it starts making a downtrend, okay, a significant downtrend. And yeah, other stuff, you know, like the interest rate hike that's coming up next month, I think on the 21st of September, that's already priced in. More than likely, that's already priced in. And maybe even December's already priced in. 25 basis points down there, maybe 50 or something like that could be priced in already. So I think there was a hard stance on the Fed's part here recently to really throw the markets into a tailspin, because last time, guess what happened? They said something, they were hawkish, and what? Bad news was good news. Well, this time, bad news was bad news, and it worked. So maybe that was part of the plan. Don't know. Just remains to be seen. I think things don't look too bad yet. Like I said, guys, the canary in the coal mine is going to be the indices right now. See what they're going to be up to, all right? If you made it all the way to the end of my video, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.